I can't believe they spent majority of this season revolving around Chris, the relationship of Chris and Keith, only to not bring Keith up at all in the finale. I'm a James Gunn ride or die, but what the fuck did you do? The finale you choose to do this shit on? And people are gonna say, oh, you're just upset because there's no cameos. No, I'm upset because this episode just felt like a big ass fucking nothing burger. The lead into Man of Tomorrow. What is the lead into Man of Tomorrow with Chris going to a universe with Jurassic fucking Park in the back? What was that?
What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody, we got to talk about James Gunn and Peacemaker Season 2. James Gunn thinks he cooked. Okay, he thinks he was out there cooking it up. All right, like Emerald and shit. Bam! I did that. James Gunn, what's up, baby? Okay, this dude thinks he's got like a chef's hat on. He's like Gordon Ramsay in Kitchen Nightmares, straightening up the superhero universe, telling everybody where they going wrong. I did that. That's me, James Gunn. Now what's up? Get that dirt off my shoulders, baby. That's what James Gunn is acting like right now. Dante, Verbal Riot says, does James Gunn know he fucked up? No, he don't know he fucked up. He's thinking he's cooking right now. And he laid out one of the worst beginnings you could have possibly imagined for the DC cinematic universe. Creature Commandos, something that nobody gives two cotton picking fucks about. You're not watching Creature Commandos. You're not watching it. And then you get to Superman, which was highly mid, but a lot of people mostly enjoyed it. A lot of people said it was all right, but it was highly mid and it lost money. And then you get to Peacemaker, which is a rated R or maybe rated X, all right, or NC-17 or whatever, TV show with a full-fledged orgy in the first episode and all kinds of other debauchery going on, blood and guts. This is how this dude is starting his cinematic universe. No, he don't know he fucked up. Look at the look on his face. Does this look like a man that thinks he's fucked up? All right, this is a little 12-second video. Let's watch this real quick. You'll see what I'm saying.
Yes, that was the ending. No, I'm not sorry. Yes, it's streaming. HBO Max. No, you can't DM me about it. Okay, fine. One DM.
Bruh, this dude thinks he cooking. Yeah, that was the ending. No, I'm not sorry. HBO Max, go check it out right now. Go do that. And no DMs. Like, bruh, all right, maybe one. It's like, get the fuck out of here with this shit, man. James, come on. I was in James Gunn's corner early on. I was like, okay, I think James Gunn can get the job done. Let's see what he can put together. You know, I like Guardians. I liked Suicide Squad. I thought both of those were good. I liked the first season of Peacemaker. There's things that James Gunn does is he's kind of hit and miss. So I was like, all right, as long as he's kind of just, you know, shaping the cinematic universe, but not like completely lording over it. You know, he's just kind of shaping it and then letting the other creatives do what it is that they do. Maybe he could put something together that's pretty special. Nah, he got the first three of these, all right? They were all under him. Creature Commando, Superman, Peacemaker, all under his watch. And he has absolutely torpedoed this entire thing. And he is out here thinking he's doing something. He posted this up on X. This photo hangs in my home. Making season 2 of Peacemaker has been the highlight of my creative life and wouldn't be that way with each of these folks who I truly love. And it wouldn't be that way with each of these, without each of these folks. James Gunn, a writer. Yeah, players fuck up, right? Haven't watched it. Watch it now. Stream on Max. And he out there with this picture thinking he doing something, y'all. Bro is thinking he's cooking. He is thinking he is cooking. Yeah, these ratings and everything are starting to come in. This number right here for the popcorn meter has been dropping. It was in the high 80s. Now it's in the high 70s. I think it's going to go into the 60s in a minute. Especially if you listen to the viewers, even the people that like James Gunn, even the people that said, yeah, I am enjoying this season, even they didn't like the finale of Peacemaker Season 2. We had already saw this one on That Park Place. Peacemaker ratings are tanking. James Gunn's DC experiment is losing viewers and respect. Yeah, a lot of people lost respect for James Gunn based on this last episode. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these reactions.
I'll say it. That was horrible. That was so bad. I really liked Season 2. I really did. What the fuck was that ending? And I'm not talking about the very end, which I also have massive problems with. I'm talking about the entire finale. The whole time, whole season, Chris is like, yo, did it mean anything, Harcourt? And in the alternate world, she very correctly called out that you cannot base your level of happiness and self-worth off of whether or not I enjoyed sharing a kiss with you. And yet now, by saying that, that's what fucking healed him. That's what got him back in the sack. Okay. I thought they were gonna go and take down Flag. I thought they were gonna go and confront something. I thought Keith would come out of the door and seek revenge or something.
I was thinking that too. I thought that it would be the brother. I thought this last episode, they were hiding it in like the previews, because in the previews, they were showing pretty much all the shit that the episode was about. But I thought that they would actually bring the brother in and be like, okay, he's going to come into this other universe, out of his universe into our universe, the regular universe or whatever, Earth, not Earth X. I thought he was going to step in here and like, I got to find, Peacemaker. I got to find him. And then Flag and him would team up, or it'd be something like that. And then that might lead us into season 3, or there would be some climactic battle and, somebody would die. Maybe he would kill his brother anyway. I don't know. I thought there would be something else that would happen that would have been way more interesting than what they gave us. Okay. So yeah, it's clear that this guy didn't like it.
I told you guys episode 7 of Peacemaker meant that it was going downhill. Okay, so what was that season finale? They doubled the airtime to just give us double the nothing. It's like they told us that we were going to get a double-decker sandwich, and really we just got 4 slices of bread with some lettuce. First of all, it had been established that something happened with Amelia and Chris on a boat. It was something romantic. He wanted to explore that. She does not want to explore that. That was understood. There was no plot thread. There was nothing we needed to visually see at this point. Like, if you're
I agree. We did not need to see any of that concert shit on the boat. We didn't need to see them on their fucking date. We didn't need to see it. That was completely unnecessary. That was absolutely 1000% unnecessary. There was no reason to watch any of that. This guy is 100% correct, man. We already got that established. Okay, something happened in the past. All right, cool. We got it. There it is. Cool. Move on. Tell the story. Tell the story. That damn date, that day was not the story of this season. Well, I guess it is. Now it turns out that it is the story of the season, but it's not the story that the audience wanted to watch. I guess that's what James Gunn wanted to watch. James Gunn wanted to watch Peacemaker and John Cena and his wife on a date, and then film it from the shadows, I guess. Why is your wife getting like macked on by another dude, man? I couldn't have my wife be an actress. Or if she's an actress, I'm not the director, okay? And if she's an actress, she's going to be something else. She ain't going to be kissing another man in the damn scene. That's too weird to me, man.
And then, mind you, the last episode's cliffhanger was, oh my gosh, Chris is going to prison. What's going to happen? Like, how's he going to get out? Oh, they just essentially use the money to buy him out of prison.
That's it, yeah.
Like, how are you going to...
Bruh, there's nothing interesting going on here. Oh, okay, just get the money and get him out. It's like, what are we doing here? I'm telling you, James Gunn did not think this season through at all. He gave us nothing interesting to consider other than the alternate universe and salvation and all of that crap. That's it. There's nothing else of interest here. They could have literally made this entire season a side plot in another more important show. And then just said, oh yeah, we opened up an alternate universe. Thanks to the closet in the Peacemaker, and then you can reference it. Yeah, we opened up an alternate universe. We found a planet. We plan on using that to house some of the metahumans. That's it. That's all we're doing. There is no reason for this season to exist at all, man.
So I just got done watching the Peacemaker season 2 finale, and guys, I think the gun might have jammed. Now, before all of you meat manglers come in my comment section, I just want to clarify I'm a huge fan of James Gunn. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I'm probably the #1 DCU stan on this fucking app, and I was amazed with fucking Superman. I'm sorry, this whole season just felt like a nothing burger. Like I said in my previous reviews for this season, I feel like a lot of the plot points that we dealt with in this entire season could have been wrapped up within the first 5 episodes. Not only does the runtime of
Look, everybody's saying the same shit. It could have been wrapped up in the first 5 episodes. It could have been wrapped up in 5 minutes. There's literally nothing that this show gave us that we really were like, oh man, I can't wait to see how Peacemaker handles a Nazi world. And again, if you're going to do that kind of a storyline, at least make it funny. At least make it interesting. He didn't do either one. This is just a big giant, like this dude said. It's a nothing burger of a season. And this man is over here thinking he's cooking.
The Peacemaker Season 2 finale has me worried for the future of the DCU. It was a gigantic red flag. Up to this point in time, I've been very optimistic for the DCU and have been excited to see what James Gunn is going to do with these characters that I love and this new continuity. Peacemaker in the individual pieces worked fine, but big picture for Season 2 did not work. And James Gunn is over the big picture for the DCU. Generally speaking, I enjoyed the individual episodes of Peacemaker Season 2. The scene...
But to see, like he's saying, it doesn't really add up to anything. And it's giving us no forward momentum going into something like Lanterns, which is the next big series. It's like, okay, what does this give? Does this make me want to watch Lanterns now? Is this building the momentum of watching the next thing that DC is bringing out? No, it isn't. This makes me like, okay, I'll wait and see what other people say before I invest more of my time into watching the DC universe. That's why you guys watch channels like mine, because you want to see, okay, is this even worth my time? Time is an unrenewable resource. I can't get back my time. I can't get time back, okay? Once time is gone, it's gone. Like the hour or whatever that I spent watching this, I could have been doing something else. And so the thing about it is you want your entertainment to actually fill that time up in a positive way. And James Gunn is simply not doing that. So far, the DCU is a giant nothing burger, like everybody keeps saying. It's a nothing burger. This final episode was a nothing burger. And even if you've been enjoying the DCU so far, like this guy says, now you kind of worry. You know, you're a little bit worried about what's next.
Were fine. The character work was actually quite good. It was still funny. But the season finale made it abundantly clear that it was a totally ill-conceived season on a plot and on a pacing level, where there's no main conflict, there's no big bad, there's no external conflict for our characters to overcome. It's all internal, so the season has no weight, oomph, or anything pushing the plot forward.
So it's Thunderbolts. It's all in your head. It's all about feelings. You know, it's like that's what the Thunderbolts did. They didn't give us a real, like, good story. There was a story there, but it was really about overcoming all of your sadness and your problems inside you and just being a better person and everybody holding hands and we're all one together. Kumbaya, the power of friendship, all of that shit, okay? That stuff works in anime, but it don't work in superhero content. I'm sorry. And anime does it so much better. Anime does it so much better than what James Gunn did.
Peacemaker Season 2 finale. I've been thoroughly enjoying this season of Peacemaker. Not quite as much as Season 1, but it's still very damn good. And I find myself very much enjoying the season finale. But I will be honest a little bit. Though I enjoyed it, I will say it was a bit overhyped. It did kind of feel like a nothing burger at times, especially since James Gunn was hyping this up like
everybody calling it a nothing burger.
It's changing the whole future of the DCU. Expect a really, really big cameo like these was verbatim out of his own mouth. And we didn't really get none of that. It was kind of like one big cock tease in a way for what.
You know, it's like everybody that's hoping for like cameos to save the day. Like y'all are the jangling keys people that Marvel and Star Wars and all of these big franchises, you guys are the jangling keys people that keep fucking the franchises up. Yo, stop worrying about cameos. Nobody cares about a cameo. Nobody cares if this character pops up. It doesn't make the show or the movie any better. Just because this character popped up and you guys got a big pop, that doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything at all. It's like the Deadpool and Wolverine. When you go back and watch Deadpool and Wolverine again, it's like, okay, now that you know that these characters are in it and they're saying what it is that they're saying, okay, now just watch the movie for itself. And all of a sudden, all of that hype that you remember walking out of the theater with, it's gone. All right, it's absolutely gone. And now it's just the story and the movie, and it's pretty mediocre. See, that's what the Jangling Keys crowd don't seem to understand. Is that once you get away from the cameos and the member berries, member Lex Luthor, like stupid ass cameos that didn't really need to be there. Once you get past all of that crap, it's a nothing burger. It's a giant nothing burger. Once you get past this man's Spotify playlist, if you're interested in that at all, once you get past James Gunn's Spotify bullshit, it's a nothing burger. His greatest hits Bringing Michael Rooker in. What role will Michael Rooker play? What role will James Gunn's brother play? That's James Gunn.
Gotta keep it a bean. That finale for Peacemaker might have been the biggest nothing burger I've seen in a while. I love Peacemaker, but what are we really doing here? This was a near hour of a bunch of needle drops for James Gunn's bands that he loves, and some meh payoff. And I just... They're gonna make me sound like a hater, so I have to get my praise out the way. Daniel Brooks makes this show, goddamn. That scene where she's consoling Chris, and just like, it's a big pick-me-up. Everyone needs this type of person in their life. I love her to bits. This whole conversation where they're making Chris feel needed and wanted and showing how much they love him.
This was the worst part of the season. This was the worst part. What is this guy talking about? This was the worst part of this last episode. This little, oh, we got to come to Jesus talk. We got to gather around him, pick him up, lift him up again. This is that shit I'm talking about, that Thunderbolt shit, where everybody's got a problem and everybody's explaining, oh, man, I got these problems. Oh, I got this problem. I got this problem. See, we all are fucked up. We're fucked up people, and we let's all come together and build something special. Like, this is a superhero TV show, y'all. We should have seen a climactic battle, Chris going up against alternate Earth Keith and Rick Flag, and something to that level. Instead, we get this stupid-ass hotel room scene where Peacemaker is crying, Danielle Brooks is crying, Vigilante is dropping dumb jokes, and then when he walks out of the hotel, did it mean anything? Did it mean anything? Yes, of course it meant something. And it's like, fuck, man. This movie or this TV show, horrible. Look, if I'm being honest with you guys right now, as far as the DCU is concerned, I have no confidence in this thing at all. I don't think this is going to make it. I don't have any confidence at all. I have negative confidence, okay? I have more confidence that it's going to fail than it will succeed. Put it that way. I don't think this is going to work. I could be wrong again. And listen, I'm always hoping that I'm wrong about this stuff. I'm hoping that James Gunn turns it around. I'm hoping that Lanterns is good. I want a good DC universe. I do. I enjoy DC. It's either 1, 2, or 3, depends on what day you hit me, as far as my favorite franchises, favorite IPs to watch. And all we wanted was a DC animated universe brought to live action. If they did that, they would have been just fine. James Gunn, you tried to go out there and reinvent the wheel, bro. Anyway, what do y'all think about it, man? I think Peacemaker is just a dumpster fire. I think everybody that, is saying it's a nothing burger, this last episode is a nothing burger. A lot of these guys was fans. But you can see it and hear it in their own voices, man. These people are like, bruh, I don't know what's happening here, but it ain't good. All right? It ain't good at all. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.